to this conversation about peace, and they was just saying how, people may not know what that is if they never been born with it. I wasn't born with peace, but I knew I always knew. Everybody can tell you, I always say this. I had a connection to God, and God is love. And I gravitated to artists and music. That was my peace. And I found Prince. And everything that Prince did in his way, and how he was like, I'm not a woman, I'm not a man. I'm something you won't understand. If you evil, I forgive you by and by. I'm your conscience. I am love.
Peace is not the absence of war. And I don't think a lot of people might not understand that statement. Just because you're not at war don't mean you at peace. It could be a treaty. It could be an armistice. It could be, a ceasefire. But that don't mean you not at war. Peace is, the absence of the provocation of war. That means that you don't even have it in you for retaliation, because you're living in a state where you don't have to worry about retaliating. That's true peace. And inner peace is the ability to not be shaken. And that takes a very strong person. That takes a very strong mentality to cultivate itself to the point where, where these circumstances come up, I'm still going to remain. And it's a part to do with stoicism, but it's deeper than that. Because stoicism, of course, you're dealing with situations as they come up, and you're finding a peaceful resolution. But true peace is not even seeing the situation or even worrying about the situation or if it's going to come up. Because in that, it's going to be for the positive. I'm going to make it positive, so whatever comes up.
It's a necessity to make it positive. And we're not saying you won't cultivate peace without war. Sometimes war is
war
necessary.
Is a part of life, but people think war is black against white, or country against country.
Spiritual warfare.
War is played out on many playing fields. War is
and many planes too, playing fields and planes.
Is that the same? But it has a lot to do with, of course, mental war. There's always wars to be fought. Just like people will tell you, you have a war with your body every day. Am I going to put something healthy in here, or am I going to put what my body wants in here? That's a war. That's a tug. That's a going back and forth. Do I eat what I know is going to nurture me, or do I eat what I know is going to taste good? That's a tug of war right there. That's a feeling of emotions going back and forth. That's why people don't understand war is not always physical. War is emotional. War is spiritual. War is mental. That's anything that has a tug on your opinions. Anything that you can go this way with it or go that way with it. That's a tug. And whenever you have a tug, you have war. So there's always wars to be fought. It just matters what side am I always going to align with. Because within all of those wars, there's positive and negative. And which one am I going to align with? Am I going to succinctly and always prepare myself to be on the right side of this or the left side of this? Am I going to look at life as a cynic and think that everything is, just destined for a downfall anyway? Or am I going to have some kind of optimism? Thinking that whatever come against me, it must be for the good. It must be building me. It must be strengthening me in some kind of manner. That's why they tell you have to have a military mindset, because you're dealing with war all the time. The biggest one people facing and don't know they are is actually spiritual warfare, because